Hello, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel. And we've got Nellie in as well. Hi, Nellie. Okay, settle down then. This is the weekly tarot card for Monday, the week commencing Monday the 29th of May 2017. And I was a wee bit worried about it this week, to be honest, because last week's weekly tarot card was the Strength or Fortitude card, and very good card for handling problems and issues and ongoing stress. And then on news came in on Monday about the terror attack in Manchester. It was actually, I mean, it's horrific wherever these things happen, but I think it was horrific because it was mainly aimed at children. And to be honest, one of my daughters knew one of the young lasses and her mum that was there, so it was very, very close to home. She was okay, just very, very shocked. So I wondered what this week would show. And I hope you will join with me for sending an awful lot of prayers and what can you send? Prayers and healing energy to people who have been caught up in it, particularly those who have lost children and family members. So it's a bit sombre this week. And the Strength and Fortitude card that's still active just now while I'm putting this one out for the 29th. Sometimes it's a bit hard, but I might do a tea break or coffee break on it. But the main thing is, I actually am so glad that this card came out. It's called the High Priestess, card 2, and she is a beautiful card. She's a major arcana card, and she asks us in the week ahead to be intuitive, but mainly to be spiritual. Now, unlike the High Priest, which is very much about dogma, organised religion, the sense of the patriarchy, the High Priestess is more of the feminine, intuitive, and a sense of open spirituality. She is about the way we connect with the universe. She's about the way we connect with our higher selves. She is about how we as people can make sense of things in a spiritual way. So she's not about religion, although there are many religious people who are also spiritual. But I think spirituality sits on top of all religions that have a good source. So in the aftermath of the Manchester tragedy, I think she's a very apt card. So in general, the High Priestess, she says wise woman honour. She's connected with the moon. I'm actually recording this at a new moon, which is wonderful, new beginnings. And she's just got such a very, very intense face. So in general, what she asks us to be this week is spiritual. She asks us to listen to our higher selves rather than our base selves. She asks us to be aware of other people's ways and beliefs and cultures, but to rise above everything and just simply be spiritual. And because of that, I think she's very, very apt. She's also the card of feminine intuition, which also males have. It's very much the depth of I know, or clairvoyance, I see, or clairaudience. So from a spiritual point of view, this is a week where many of you could feel that you're opening up or understanding your spiritual abilities more, particularly on the psychic level, particularly with connections to the moon, any moon goddesses. So she'll be really good, but what you need to do is remember that there's a lot of negativity out there at the moment. So I would suggest, if you're opening up, that you look at some of my videos that are about magical protection and also how to protect your aura in times of upset and chaos. They're all there in playlists. Because I think if you are opening up this week, there's going to be a sense of picking up on a lot of sadness and picking up maybe on fear and anxiety, and I really wouldn't want that to happen to you. So yes, lots of you will be awakening, but keep yourself safe, keep yourself sane, okay? So if we look at the more basic meanings, although the High Priestess is a pretty major card 2, in career, I think she asks you to rise above the mundane and see things in a deeper light. You know, if there's little aggravations going on, say in offices or wards or whatever, she asks you not to get involved in the baser, sort of very physical and lower mental energies, and she asks you to very much keep an open mind, keep open to your own intuition, keep open to your own sense of what is right in the bigger picture. So in a way, she's not particular to getting new jobs or changing careers or whatever. She's very, very important to those who are working with spirit and also working in holistic health as jobs, and she will tune them in even more this week ahead. But in general, just, you know, if there's lots of grumbles and, you know, people are needing holidays or whatever, and just rise above it. Take time out, go to the toilet, sit, have a 2-minute meditation, do whatever you can to keep yourself above what's going on. For health, unfortunately, I see her as quite a sinister card. The High Priestess in the traditional decks has her holy book open, but she's only showing half of it. So there's an element of the High Priestess that's kept hidden. And that's the element I work with when she comes out for health. She can alert you to things that are hidden. She can give you warnings that you maybe need to go and get a mammogram, or she can give you warnings that your blood pressure is too high. All these hidden illnesses that tend to go on in the body, and we don't pay much attention to them. But she will give you symptoms or warnings in the week ahead. And I'd ask you all not just to be aware of that, but to actually act on it. So remember, she is the card of hidden or sinister illnesses, ones that can do us harm and we might never know we had them. So please, any symptoms this week, or any wee niggles or any intuition that, oh, I don't think I should go for that test, or, you know, I've been feeling awful tired, maybe I'll get my thyroid tested or a wee blood test. That's what she's about. So please listen, and not only listen, but take action. If we look at love, she brings, believe it or not, she brings soulmates and soul connections together. She brings relationships together on a spiritual, in a spiritual kind of meeting place and sense. And because of that, she's absolutely lovely. You know, sometimes if you're spiritual, you can date people and they're really, really nice people and whatever, but you just know that they're not connected in the way that you need them to connect. With this week, those of you that are seeking out partners, the chances are you'll meet someone spiritual on the same level as yourself. For people who are in long-term relationships, again, it's about rising above the kind of mud and dirt. It's about tuning into the spiritual side of your relationship. I know there's a lot of people planning to get married over the summer or whatever, and, you know, vow renewals. There's times where we get caught up in the dress, or we get caught up in the sense of, you know, oh, what favours should we give, or who should we invite. This is a time for realising the highest level of long-term relationships, looking at your partner and saying, I know why you were brought into my life, and I know why I'm in your life, and this is how we're going to walk together and help one another. So she's a very, very special card for relationships in general. She brings out the spiritual aspect of them. In money, I'd see her as actually, she can be positive if she's a warning card. You know, if your intuition is a wee bit wary and you think, you know, I've got a bag open and my purse is in the top of it, I shouldn't do that, I should have it hidden a wee bit. I mean, it's things like protecting yourself from maybe fraud and scams and hidden dealings, because that's where she can be a wee bit negative. But also, again, she gives you sometimes the intuition to stop that from happening. You know, if you were, I remember one time I had this lovely gift from my husband. It was catechism bag, and I absolutely adored it, but it didn't close at the top. So when my purse was in it, it was literally sitting on the top. And I remember I was getting ready to go out shopping one time, and just felt it was the wrong bag, and it was just something, and so I just changed it quickly and put my purse in a wee rucksack thing, and actually one of the people that was round us on that day actually had their purse snatched out their bag, and it was actually a wee bit near the surface. So I think my intuition could have saved me from having that happen to me. So use the intuition against the hidden energies. So she's a bit of both, if you see what I mean. So try and use her as a warning, and always go on your instinct when there's your intuition. When you're signing things financially this week, if something doesn't feel good, it probably isn't. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. So one of the most beautiful cards in the deck, again Rohrig with all the blues and very amber colours. Beautiful card. I hope we can use her to understand that spirituality isn't linked to one religion. It doesn't even need to be linked to any religion. People can be very spiritual without having a religion. So it's time to be spiritual, and it's time to lift ourselves and see the higher good. And I hope that you can do that in the week ahead. So many blessings. I hope you can join me for next week's tarot card, and I hope it'll be a wee bit more upbeat. Again, if anybody needs healing of any sort, please add your name to the healing rose on the channel or on the Facebook page, and we will send healing to you. Many blessings, and thank you for watching. Bye now.